Right guys, we're on our way to the campsite. See it. I'm on the bus. It's absolutely chucking it down out there as well. It's going to be interesting. Right, so we're at the campsite, guys. This time, doing it hands-free. Over we go. I fucking hate this bit. That is always a nightmare to get over. Away we go. Right guys, so we have set the Cairngorm 2 up and I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. It's a lovely tent. It's, this isn't a tent reviewing thing, but if anybody's going to get the Cairngorm 2, I highly recommend that you leave the inner tent, and it says you can in the instructions, you can leave the inner tent set up so you can take it down with the tent in it and pack it away, so when you use it the next time, your inner tent just goes up straight up with a tent, because that is a bit of a ball ache. If you're tall like me and you're trying to get right to the back in that little gap down there to hook things on, to hook the inner tent onto the fly sheet, it's a ball ache. So I would recommend not taking this out and just leaving it in when you put it up. So no tarp this time. I don't need a tarp because I've got a nice little porch on the back end of the tent where all my stuff can go, which is awesome. It's gorgeous now. It was absolutely hammering it down earlier when I was coming up, but the skies have cleared. It's still a bit dark over that way. I think we're going to get some showers, but the tent's up, so we're all good. We're all good. So I'll bring you back in a bit once I've got the tent set up and I've got my sleeping stuff. I'll pack my bag, get some water, and then we're going to get off and do a bit of a hike to Chatsworth and Bakewell today. Bring you back soon, guys. Just getting all the equipment set up in the tent. As you can see, I've got a silver thermal undersheet under there. That's my sleeping pad. It's a no-name sleeping pad. It's a bit of a cheaper one, but you know what? It's probably been one of the best ones I've got. It's a bit gimmicky. It had the self-inflating thing where you put your feet on there and you pump it up. I don't really like that feature. It doesn't really work. Sleeping bag is so I always fail to do this. It's an Evolution Phantom Evo 200, and this is it's the OEX Evolution. So it's just a 2-season sleeping bag, spring and summer, which is what I need at the minute, because even though we've got some big clouds coming in, especially over there, I think we might have a bit of a thunderstorm, guys, to be honest with you. It's not looking too good over there either. But yeah, given that it's been raining a lot, it's really, really humid and warm. So I'll get this sorted out and I'll bring you back, guys. I've got my little Trekology table there with all the stuff on there. I've got a tonight when I get back from the hike, and we'll try and get some food while I'm out, but I've got beef stew with potatoes when I get back if I'm feeling hungry, and we've got some John West mackerel fillets, nothing like a bit of fish, give you a bit of energy. And that's about it, guys. And Dr. Pepper. That's about it for food wise though. I kept it really light this time. I thought I'd get my food from Bakewell when I get there, rather than try and, bring a load of food with me and just away the pack. Sometimes I don't really eat what I bring with me. So yeah, that's it in there, guys. I'll bring you back when it's all set up. Feeling good, feeling good. Need to get this done quick because we've got some rain on the way. It's looking very red in here. Well, since it's a red tent, I suppose it would do. But yeah, let's go in here and see if it's a bit better in here. Yeah, that's better. I don't know what's the matter with the camera, it just seems red. I don't know what's up with it, it's just this cam picking up, I guess. Yeah guys, I love this tent. I've wanted this tent for a long time, and that's all thanks to a guy called Blot Outdoors. He's another YouTuber, and I saw him using the Cairngorm 2 out in the Lake District, and I just wanted that tent. I wanted to see what it was like, and you know, this is my first time using it, putting it up. It's really easy to put this tent up, but like I said before, if me personally, I would leave the inner up inside it, so it's less of a ball ache to put up when you get there. Because if it's absolutely hammering it down with rain, the last thing you want to do is be messing about trying to put an inner tent up. I know it's made easier because you can put the outer tent up first, but it's still going to be an absolute ball ache if you piss wet through, and you know you're trying to put an inner tent up. Plus you're going to be getting your inner tent wet because all the water off you is going to be going on it. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just leave the inner tent attached, which it says you can do in the instructions, like I said before, and put it down with the inner up, with the inner still inside it, and then it's ready for next time. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, first impressions, lovely little tent. It's turned absolutely gorgeous again. That was the cloud, that was a weather system that's just gone past. It's going over that way now. I've got another one behind me, just coming up on me, but it's gorgeous at the minute, absolutely gorgeous. So, off to Chatsworth we go, down this track. So, show you where we're going to be heading. Just not done this one before. Just put stuff it from down there. Right, so we're heading off where those trees are in the front there. There's a little path that goes right along there on that tree line. It takes us right over the horizon there, and we're going to go into Chatsworth that way. So I'll bring you back when we get there. So we're coming up to the infamous wall again. That's an absolute nightmare to get over with all your kit. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to fall over the top of this thing. Bit better this time. Bit of a bog going through here. To the side, go this way. It's like a little tiny stream going through there. Don't really need these now. Pose. Nice little stealth camping spot this. This one looks a bit of a dodgy one. I'm not going over that, I don't think. I'll go up this way. Wow. There's a long drop down there. I've got no idea if this is picking up audio because it's the first time I'm using the Canon camera, but we'll try and get some zoom on this. That's awesome. I can still go a bit further with the zoom. I can get shaky cam in a minute now, fortunately though. Try and keep it as steady as I can. You can just see the tower on the horizon. That's the zoom on this little baby. That's awesome. Just testing that out. Get a nice little So over there is what you can see from my campsite. It's the rocks. Try and get it's a cliff you can see from my campsite. There, you can just see that's going right in on that this time. That's awesome to zoom on this. That's the Nelson's Tower observation point there. I'm trying to keep it as steady as I can. So zoom out a little bit. There we are. Yeah, that's the observation point there. You can see that from my campsite. And over here is Baslow. I'm going to be really careful there because I'm right next to a cliff face here. Well, that's Baslow over there. We'll try and zoom in on that now. Zoom in on it a little bit. There it is. There's Baslow. There we go. Zooming in, there it is. There's Baslow, all the little houses. And that's where we went last time, to the shop to get all this stuff. I don't know if you can see this, but in the distance over there, try and get it up a little bit so we can get it in the shot. I'm just getting used to this camera, guys, so I apologise for the jerkiness. You can see an E and an R. Sounds out a bit, there you go. E and an R in those two fields. And that was, I think it was to commemorate something to do with the Queen, ER. But yeah, you can tell we're near Chatsworth. It's cool, isn't it? That's amazing zoom, that is. Really careful down this bit. So there's a really big drop down there. bit closer. We'll zoom in on it. Still a bit blurry, it's not focusing proper the camera, but you can get the gist. There's the little houses, look. Little stone houses. The jungle. Careful down here, I'm not sure where the actual edge is with all this bracken. Bracken is absolutely off the scale here. Yeah, I'm going to be careful down here because there's a steep drop at that side. Ooh. So I mean, it is slippy as hell here. Go. And then we're out into the fields, guys. Also watching out for wild plants that aren't very nice to people. Bracken is a ball ache to get through. Definitely need these poles this time of year because everything is slippy. No matter how old you are, you're still going to need some help to get up on these, otherwise you're going to break in your ankles. Crazy. Also handy for moving about bracken. Because back there was lots of giant hogsweed and I was just moving it out of the way with my walking stick. Here we go. We're out of the worst of it now. That's it. Here we go. Nice little flat plateau walking on. Field full of thistles. Not even really come that far yet. We're not even a quarter of the way. It's just getting through all the bracken and all the obstacles in your way. But it's worth taking your time rather than rushing it, because up here, when you're alone, you don't really want a broken or twisted ankle. So when I say I want to watch out for plants that aren't so nice to humans, I'm talking about giant hogweed and hemlock, because they're out in abundance this time of year. And I'm only mentioning this because I was watching a stealth camper on YouTube, And let's just say that he didn't really have a clue what he was doing. He picked this spot in the middle of a roundabout, and it was absolutely covered in giant hogsweed and hemlock. You can always tell hemlock because it kind of looks like celery. The leaves look like celery, and if you see anything like that, even, you know, just stay well away from it. You know, it only takes a cut on your leg, you know, to break the branches and get some of this stuff inside you, and it's fatal. It's fatal, guys. You know, there's no cure for it. There's no cure for hemlock, and once it gets in your system, your body has a real hard time with it, and you know, you're looking at death. Even in this country, we may not have the wildlife like some other countries have, but we definitely have the plant life that can pretty much end your existence in a nasty way. And I was watching, like I said, I was watching this guy's video, and he was cooking. He had hemlock actually poking into his pans, and all the time my heart was in my mouth. It's like, Jesus Christ, you know. But it's not the guy's fault. He just didn't know where he was camping, and you know, he didn't know the plant life. Giant hogsweed is another one. That's a nasty one. If you get that on your skin, if you break it and you get the sap on your skin, it makes your skin really sensitive. It desensitizes your skin to the sun. So basically, if you go out in the sun and you get ultraviolet light on it, you're going to come up in really nasty blisters. I'll try and show you some of these examples on the screen so you know what to look out for and what can happen if you're not careful. Giant hogsweed is not a nice thing. It's not something you want your pets to get to eat either, because it'll kill your pets. Hemlock should be self-explanatory. You know, hemlock, it's a killer. It's a deadly poison. This guy was camping right in the middle of hemlock and giant hogsweed, and I was like, oh, God. You know, it's well worth educating yourself a little bit on plant life if you're going to go out and do wild camping and stealth camping, so you don't pick camping spots that are going to do harm to you. It only takes a little leaf to break off from the plant and get in your food, and you're cooking it and you ingest it, and it's good night. It's good night Vienna. That's it, game over. Yeah, so it's well worth educating yourself, guys, on some of these plant life that's knocking about this time of year. It's awesome to be out again, guys. I mean, look at this. It's just awesome, isn't it? Look at it. Out in the countryside, having a walk. I don't even care if it rains. I'm not bothered if it rains. I'm not one of these like fair weather hikers. If it rains, it rains. The Cairngorm 2 is going to provide some great shelter tonight when I get back, and I'm already looking forward to that beef and potato stew when I get back. But on the way, we're going to try and get some fish and chips or something to eat on the way, and get some snacks for tonight from Bakewell. It's still a good way away, Bakewell. We're not even in really Chatsworth yet. We're just at the top end of Chatsworth. So I'll bring you back when we're going through a place called Butterfly Valley. There's a massive waterfall aside with lots of, again, slippery steps. Can't wait for those. So we're at this viewpoint. Down there is a little Chatsworth village, and I'm here at the minute looking at this. Look at that. It's awesome, isn't it? Those are cannons. That's a cannon. That's a cannon. That's a cannon. So we're just coming down into what is Butterfly Valley. I'm not using the sticks as much now, but it is quite slippy down here, so I'm just being careful. I'm holding this. It's a gorgeous day. It's absolutely sweltering hot now. Get down here. Wow. This is dodgy. To there. And that's why that tree has come down. As you can see, it's completely collapsed over the path down there. It's a bit dangerous. Now, I think this leads onto a waterfall down here. I have to be really careful down in a bit because everywhere is slippy. It's like you can see the rock is like covered in like a green algae type stuff, and it's deceiving because it looks dry but it isn't. It's when you step on it, it's like stepping on sheet ice. It's not good. Alright, so this is where we go down into Butterfly Valley. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll show you guys the way down. Here we go. You can see how steep that is. Sticks at the ready. This is really slippy going down here. I'll try and use these sticks to steady myself on the way down if I need to. That down there, through these bushes, there's a Chatsworth House farm, and it's like where kids go and play and see farm animals and stuff. Used to go when I was a kid. I hate these steps. It's like they're slanting at different angles. It's like I don't know where to tread. One false move and it's obviously it's got to be covered in leaves as well to make it extra slippy. It's one of those things where you've got to be careful, but I want to show you guys the way down. Can hear the cockerels crowing. So I'm not talking, guys, I'm just really paying attention to these steps because they're not the best. There is actually a chain you can hang on to, but I've got walking sticks and I'm holding the camera, so it's a little bit dodgy at the minute. That just come down this way. I'm actually going to stop filming for a minute and watch the step. Just spotted this. What is that? Is that a step? You're not going to step on that. You're going to break your legs. That's insane. Like, it's good we've got these sticks. Right, here we go. Obviously it's covered in mud and leaves and all sorts. It's slippy as anything. It's like you've really got to pay attention going down them. And I know as soon as I said that, I'm going to go arse over tit down these steps. Like a little bit of a stream going down there. It's not much of a stream. But this is what they call all this down here. They call it Butterfly Valley. Because usually if you get it the right time of year, there's all butterflies in this little valley. Obviously, which is why they call it Butterfly Valley. I'm just stating the obvious. You guys knew that, didn't you? Wow, this is getting really bad now. Look at that on there. It's like there's a little tiny river now. It's like, let's try and make this the hardest to get down ever. It's like, we'll make it as slippy as hell with algae. Now it's not slippy enough. No, let's put some leaves on it. That'll make it slippy. Now that's not slippy enough. Let's now make a little river go down it. That should make it a lot slippier. Right, I'm just going to go for it. It's not too bad, that bit there. Oh my god, look at those. Look how wonky those are. That's actually slanting that way. Yeah, whoever did these steps must have been cross-eyed. Try not to die. It's beautiful though. I know I'm moaning a lot, but it is beautiful. It's just this time of year, that's where I've just come from, and you can see how dodgy those steps are going down. I've got to try and remember down here which way to go. Right, there we go, down. We are down. Right, there's a little stream going through here. See, look, a little stream. It's like a natural spring going out of there, down there. I've actually got to walk in that. It goes down there. Look at that, guys. That is Chatsworth House, and there's the gravity-fed water fountain next to it. Amazing little place, that, isn't it? So in that churchyard there, that's where Jackie Onassis is buried, or formerly known as Jackie Kennedy, the American president's wife. She's buried in that churchyard in Chatsworth. Can't actually go in there today. I was going to go in, but they've got an event going on, so can't go in and see it today, guys, unfortunately. We can have a look at these awesome houses. Now these houses are traditionally the houses where the servants would live that worked in Chatsworth House. Awesome little houses, aren't it? It's like something like Harry Potter, isn't it? It's awesome. And this road is going to take us to Bakewell. Oh, they've got little goods for sale. Here, look, little pots and jams and stuff for sale. Look at that. Look at that. That's an awesome little house, that, isn't it? I keep saying little house when I was mentioning Chatsworth House. Massive, the massive houses. Awesome though. Last time I came up this way, I was with my girlfriend. It's bringing back memories. And I know what's coming, because this hill is a killer. It's an absolute killer. But hey ho, you're alright. A little house, don't be too intrusive because these are people's homes. But Awesome. Oh, butterfly. So I've been thinking a lot about the stealth camping side of the channel lately, and I'll be honest with you, the reason I've been doing these sort of camps is because I could do the roundabout camps. I could do camping by a police station, camping by a prison type videos. The thing is, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, I just feel like YouTube is just saturated with those videos. It's like everybody's doing it. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be doing the same sort of, I've said this before, I don't want to be doing the same sort of stuff. It's up to you guys, you know. It's like, what do you think? What do you think about all that? Do you get sick of watching those type of videos, or do you want to see those type of videos? You know, give me some feedback in the comments. Tell me what you'd like to see on this channel. If you'd like to see more of these videos where I just pick a campsite, stick up the Cairngorm 2, and I just go out hiking like this and go and see. Because I think with it, I will be honest, right? With the stealth camping videos, you're limited to what you can do. And this is, I'm not speaking about anybody else. This is just me. This is how I feel about it. I think you're limited to what you can do, because if you go and camp on a roundabout, then that's where you've got to be. You can't go about and explore. Yeah, you can get out and you can like film the traffic going past and stuff like that. But I'll be honest with you, I don't find that very interesting. I don't. I'm the sort of person I like to go and explore. I like to, you know, maybe go out for a night hike and explore my surroundings. And a lot of these stealth camps, you can't really do that because you've got to be stealthy. Especially if you're doing urban stealth camping, and you've got to be unseen. And like I said, I just think YouTube is absolutely flooded with those sort of videos. I know that probably YouTube's flooded with these sort of videos too, but at least it's something different, and I'm doing it in my own style. I'm not copying anybody else, sort of thing. It's looking very bleak over my campsite. So campsite would be over there, and it's like we're getting lots of black clouds forming. It's not looking good, guys. Couldn't be arsed with a selfie stick. Pain in the arse. We're going down a I can't turn the camera on, but you can have a look. We're going down a bridle path on the way to Bakewell. Whoa, whoa. Down that way. As you can see, that's the way we're going. Bit cooler down this bit. It was like going through a desert, that last bit. It was absolutely insane. There wasn't much to show you on that section anyway, because it's just the road. It's just me walking on the road, and it's just fields either side. Not much to see. Hopefully when we get to Bakewell there'll be a bit more to see. See the river and the bridge with all of the locks on that people have put on there for loved ones. Either they've lost people, or it's when they've got married, or it's when the first child's born. They put a lock on the bridge, and it's kind of they engrave it as a memory, and it's pretty cool. We're going to take a look at that when we get down here, after we've gone down that. This is really hard going. It looks like at some point there's been flooding coming down here, and it's turned the whole path into a river, and it's washed all the bricks down here. So basically everything going down here is an ankle breaker. But hey ho, it is what it is. we are heading towards night now. I'm not even sure what time it is. I haven't had a look in ages. That's the beauty of being out in places like this. Time is meaningless, isn't it? So I think we just solved the mystery of whether these are sheep or goats. It's barring, so it's definitely a sheep. It's a black sheep. There he goes. Mystery solved. It's a black sheep. So now I've been messing around in there. Go down to washrooms, wash my hands, put my legs down, make sure there's nothing on there. Good wash off. I'll take my boots off outside the tent, give them a good whack, make sure there's nothing in there. So yeah, wash my hands just to make sure there's no nastiness on there from plants that might have been rubbed against things. Better safe than sorry. And then back up to the tent, and we're going to get the beef stew and the potatoes on. And it's nothing special, it's just a freeze-dried something to eat meal, but it's there, and I'm ready now. I'm ready for something else to eat now. Bring you back when I'm cooking. Here we go. Beef stew. Obviously it's going to be backwards on the camera, but I'll show you that says beef stew with potatoes. Not a lot of people actually like these meals, but I love them. But I guess that's because I'm used to ration packs and stuff. A lot of people turn their nose up at this stuff. But when you've been hiking all day and you really can't be bothered, this stuff is awesome. I mean, I'll try and show you inside it. That I like it. That's good shit. I love it. We are trying, well, I am trying some new equipment out. This is the solar charger that I was on about. And I'm charging my spare battery up. And it does seem at the minute to be charging it. Which is pretty cool. I don't know at what rate it's charging this battery, but we're going to leave it for a bit and we're going to see how much it actually charges. Now it's not really a fair test because the sun's actually going down, so it's not really direct sunlight. It's late at night, it's about 6:30, So I'm not expecting a lot from it, but it is still charging it at this time, which is pretty good. Now it does say on the instructions that it has to be direct sunlight. So using this thing in winter when it's overcast and not very good, probably not the best time to use it. But in summer, as part of your emergency kit in case you get stuck out in the middle of nowhere and you need to charge your phone up, even if it's charging your phone up by just 1 bar, then it's there, isn't it? It's a helpful little piece of kit. But we'll see how it goes on. We'll see how much it charges before it goes dark. This time there's only sheep. There's no cattle. I think they've sold all their cows. I think they've all gone, which is good. Can do without a bull encounter today. Yeah, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, go watch my last 2 videos before this one, parts 1 and parts 2, when I was up here last time, where I got surrounded in the toilets by a load of bulls. I think I got to this point and a young bullock was looking at me from down there and decided to come down and have a look. So I had to head back to the wall over there and jump over pretty sharpish. Okay, so I'm officially impressed. When we left it, it was just on the 1, and now it's already charged the 1. Now it's charging the 2. I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting much from it, to be honest with you. I was half expecting it not to work, because let's face it, if you're going to charge anything major, then you're going to have to buy one of those really big solar panels, ones that are really efficient. But this has surprised me. Fair enough, if it just charges up to 2 bars, that's enough to get you half a charge on your mobile phone. It's well worth the money. And this is free energy. This is free solar energy. So, nice one. I am impressed with that. That's cool. Morning, everybody. Wow, I had plans for last night. I was going to go out with a new camera, with this. I was going to go out with a new camera and film some stars and stuff because it was a clear sky. I got in here, got in the sleeping bag, and I was out cold. I've just woke up now. It's now 6:30 in the morning. You don't realise how tired it is, It must have been the fresh air, the fact that it's warm. I've actually got sunburn on my head. I had the beef stew. I went for that little bit of a walk and a hike to try and find a path up to the cliffs. And I was tired, guys. Sorry. I was tired. And I got in the sleeping bag and that was it. I was gone. Like I said, I just woke up a few minutes ago. Whew, right. Plan of action is... It's only 6:30, so I'm not going to be doing too much yet. I'm going to stay in the sleeping bag a bit because I just can't be bothered to get out of it. But, yeah, obviously, going to try and go for the 10 o'clock bus back to Chesterfield. So probably get up about 7:30, get the tent packed up. I've got to be really sparing with the battery on this phone now because it's going to die. I've only got so much. I think the majority of the filming today is probably going to be done on this one. I'm not sure if there's any sound whatsoever on this camera. I've got no clue. So there might be lots of footage in the video that's got no sound because it's a new camera and I'm just learning how to use it. But yeah, guys, morning. Really warm in here last night. Really warm. Tent's really warm. But it's bound to be because it's still summer. The true test of this tent is going to be in winter, and I'm going to bring it back up here. Hopefully, when we get some snow, and we'll test out the Cairngorm 2 in the snow too, and see how it performs. Definitely, and I know there's one thing I'm going to have to do is the ground sheet in the inner tent is very, very thin, and it's something I'm going to have to sort out in the winter. It's definitely going to need a ground sheet underneath it and a bigger reflective sheet underneath the sleeping pad and stuff, and I'm going to have to invest in getting a better sleeping bag. This is a 2-season one, so it's good for this time of year, but I'm going to have to get a feather downed sleeping bag, I think, for the winter this time. We'll see how it performs. But I did feel it go a bit cold last night, and you know, there's no condensation in the tent, and that's because there's a good distance between the inner tent and the outer tent. There's lots of ventilation in here. All that is mesh. There's mesh above there, so, but it is still really warm. Like I said, the test is going to be winter, so I'll bring you back in a bit, guys, when I'm sorting stuff out. Yeah, done, guys. The tent is packed up. As you can see, leave no trace, nothing there, nothing been left. Backpack's already packed up, ready to go. That's it, guys. All you gotta do now is walk out to the bus stop. Right, that's it, guys. End of another adventure, just walking on my way home now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next adventure.